right, it is the third day of ICast, and I'm sitting here with Vance from Linecutterz, and man, we had a blast last night. As always, they throw an amazing party. We got to go and hang out with them for the evening and talk about just products, and not only that, but just hang out with everybody for once, you know?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's a great time. If you haven't been there, I highly recommend it. Just to kind of take your mask down, and a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world. Just tell fishing stories and have a good time. That's what it's about.
That's right. Yep. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about. So I mean, if you guys are living under a rock, you're going to know exactly who Linecutterz are. But they've got a lot of great, amazing products. I want let Vance to go around and talk about some of those products that he has with us today, and then also the new product he's getting ready to launch.
Yeah. So for those that don't know about us, I started off with an adjustable ring that you can wear on a finger to cut fishing line, using it for surf fishing or I mean, really any kind of fishing. I used to bite my line, use rusty knives, clippers, and came up with the ring to cut braid, and that took off. Made it on Shark Tank, which is really awesome, super exciting when you're trying to get off the ground.
Right.
And then we had people using our cutters for all kinds of different things. So I kind of watched our customers on how they're using it, and they're sending me ideas. And then we came out with a peel and stick cutter. Triangle Sports Machines now ship our product on their big fancy spooling stations. You can put them on boats, tackle boxes. So that was our second. Then we came out with our zipper pull. Now brands like Striker Brands is shipping our zipper pull cutter on their jackets.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Really cool. And then our one we won in 2020, our dual hybrid micro scissor took first place in the cutting industry, cutting tool division. So that was super exciting. And our biggest product is on its way.
It's on its way. That's right. So let's go ahead and go through a descriptive detail, show everybody exactly what it does with the line and everything, and we'll bring in the second camera here and get a little bit of a close-up.
Yeah, so I got some 50-pound braid here. I'm going to have you help me out.
Okay.
So we're going to fold it over 2 times, 4 times. So now that's 8 strands. You're going to hold one end of this, and I'm going to hold the other end.
I'm going to get that camera. Let me get that camera real quick. Hold on for us.
So 8 strands. That's 8 strands of 50-pound test braid with this cutter that weighs less than 1/4 of an ounce, and it won't cut skin.
Hold on. Sorry. Oh, as always, never mind. It's not going to work. We're going to hold it up here to the camera.
All right, we'll hold it up to the camera.
Yep.
And make sure I got no cheating. All 8 strands, so just grab it like that.
Got it.
So, and if you look at the ends, how clean they're cut. So it cuts really clean too. So it cut, 8 strands of 50-pound braid like butter, and you won't wear this out. It won't cut skin. Weighs less than 1/4 of an ounce, and they take up no space.
Yeah, no space. I mean, these are the cleanest lines that you could possibly have, and I mean that's key in our industry. Not those tag ends that are all frayed out there.
Yeah, and you can cut tag ends. We get asked that a lot, and we do videos showing it. People that see our product, they're like, "Oh, yeah, but you can't cut tag lines." And I'm like, "Actually, that's why I designed it, because I used to bite my tag ends off."
Yeah, didn't you lose a tooth doing it?
Chip when I smile in a black light, I have one dark tooth. That's my porcelain cap. So
yeah, so I mean, as it started out in the industry, I mean, it was the ring that was the biggest, that was the catalyst that sent you into Shark Tank, and then now to where you are now. Tell everybody a little bit about just kind of like that experience, man. I mean, that had to have been insane.
It was intense. Basically, I mean, you're at Sony Studios where they film Batman, so you're already nervous going through the gate, and you're seeing studio sets, and it was just me pitching. So then you have all the pressure on yourself, and you're in front of these I mean celebrities.
Right.
Mark Cuban is like one of my idols. I mean, I think he's awesome. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and I mean, you got one shot, like that Eminem song. You only got one shot. I just had that like jamming in my head, and you go out there and pitch, and hopefully you get a deal.
And I mean, just completely like the most nerve-wracking experience of your entire life.
Extremely. I had cotton mouth, like my mouth was drying up.
Yeah. So go ahead and show them the product, the ring, and then the zipper pull real quick right there in the camera.
Yeah, that's a cool story about this ring. We made a red Solo Cup ring for Toby Keith.
Oh, nice.
For his birthday. So we can actually print logos on them. So that's what we're doing for a lot of companies now. I think we're going to make you guys a couple for having us on your awesome show.
Yeah,
so
we appreciate it.
Yeah. And then it's adjustable. So it's just got an adjustable strap. And it allows the ring to be strapped to boat rails, kayak seats, personal flotation devices. You'll see like Chad Hoover and those guys. So yeah, the ring is just insanely versatile. It's not just a ring. And then our peel and stick cutter. I don't know if I brought that one over. That one is basically just like the ring, only it's flat, and you just peel and stick it. Super easy. If you own a kayak or an offshore boat, that is the ticket.
And it goes anywhere. I mean, you can put it on absolutely anything on your boat.
Yeah, I mean, typically on your top deck, on the corner of your console, where you can just reach and cut your tagline or your double uni knots, or you can actually ride the knot right along the channel. So yeah, I mean, it's just to not have to go grab something. It's just right there.
Right there.
Yeah, and it cuts so fast and clean. I mean, once you start using it, like, I'm not just saying this, it's you like start depending on it because it's just so fast.
Well, and like you said, once you start using it, you get into that flow and that rhythm, and it gets a lot easier. It gets a lot cleaner. I mean, you're gonna go. I'll be a true witness to it. You're gonna mess up a few things 1st, but then once you start getting it down, it's just nice and easy, like clockwork, like you said. I've had them on my PFD, on my seat of my of my kayak,
Yep.
right there on the gunnel, and then I got them in a couple places. So it's a really nice tool to have there. And now talk about your zipper pull.
Yeah, so the zipper pull, just another one. Anybody that owns a tackle bag with a zipper on it, whether you're shark fishing like we do, I have a Shimano saltwater backpack, bring to the beach. I just have it on a retractor, and it's just literally clipped right on my backpack. It's no metal in there, ceramic blade, so it won't rust. And then when I want to cut, my braid or heavy mono, I just pull it off, cut. I'm not messing around rusty, because all that stuff in my backpack rusts like crazy.
Always.
So this with no metal on it, like, I just know if this cutter's on my bag, I'm not messing around with trying to chop through or get my pliers. I'm trying to He-Man them open because they're all, yeah. So the zipper pull is just really versatile. A lot of people put them on a trolling motor, power pull lanyard. I mean, you could literally put them anywhere.
Everywhere. And then you said they're even on Striker rain outdoor gear right now too.
Yeah,
so that's even better.
And we're talking to a lady apparel line that wants to introduce them on their stuff. Awesome. We're talking to a tackle bag manufacturer who wants to integrate them.
Great news.
So yeah, it's our goal is for these to be everywhere, and you shouldn't have to use a knife to cut fishing line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, and we've got the distinct privilege. We've got a unique product that you're getting ready to launch out. You've been working on it, going through the R&D process, and getting a lot of requests for this. And this is a lifesaver. So talk about your new product.
Yeah. So as our products are doing things like, which I didn't intend it to be cutting like 400-pound Muzzy bow fishing braid. So our peel and stick cutter, we brand it for AMS bow fishing, and they sell it as a bow fishing line cutter. Wow. But those are things that, I wasn't a major. I had bow fished before, but people are using our product and then coming to us saying, hey, by the way, this works amazingly well. Another story, a balloon twister, which I didn't know was a thing. You twist balloons and make like cars and flowers and all that. Well, they cut off the little ends that you blow into, or the tails, and they're using our rings in the balloon industry for cutting the balloon tying.
Wow.
Yeah, they're called balloon twisters is the name. So as people use our product and they give us ideas, we had a lot of people saying, like, I can't tell you how many, does it cut seatbelts? Does it cut seatbelts? And that's since really Shark Tank. I mean, that's a long time ago, right? So we had enough requests where we started looking into it, and we're like, well, there are seatbelt cutters out there. Can our patented curved cutting blade and the bottom deck curves the opposite way, could that technology actually make a difference? So we, spent money on engineering, prototyping, whatever. And if you go on our TikTok page, you'll actually see us cutting seatbelt doubled over 3 times. And it literally, three layers of seatbelt, literally like nothing. We actually took one of our store employees took one for the team. He's like, I'll go get some old jeans, because first responders are like, can it cut through clothing? Yeah. So we literally cut through his shirt, his entire jeans, all the way up through the thick part at the top, through the pocket, and it was like if you see the video, you'll be like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
So our goal is to have a very good cutter, better than anything out there, period, with a very good window breaker that can actually attach right to your visor in your car, like a garage door opener.
Okay.
We went through G testing and all of that. It also has a magnet, so it'll stick to anything metal. So if you don't have the holster, it's got a built-in magnet. And then also it has a keychain plug, which I don't have with me, but you put this plug in to cover the blade, and you can just put it on your keychain, or so the EMTs or firefighters will have some hanging off the back of their helmet.
Okay.
So there's just, I want it to be, if something happens, it's unlikely, but it does happen. And if you are one of the very unfortunate people that fall through a lake in Minnesota,
Right.
and you didn't undo your seatbelt or your window, or you're a young college girl going to college and somebody runs you off the road and you're upside down, my dream would be to save it one life.
One, yeah.
And if I could save more than one, holy smokes. But that's what's my driving force right now with this product.
That's awesome, because now, I mean, you had a lot of people with insight, and now to see it in its entirety, ready to rock and roll, and now to have the passion to say, hey, I just wanted to save at least one life. And if it can save one life, that's...
Dude, I mean, to imagine that. Yeah. I mean, our heroes do it all day, veterans and all that, but for a Joe Blow like me, I mean, to save somebody's life, I mean, to me, life doesn't get any better than that.
Right. So how's ICast been for you this year?
Oh, it's great. Like I told you, the OEM stuff is really exciting for us. The networking, the shaking hands, sitting in your booth right now. This is the stuff I live for. I like energy and, other businesses that are chasing the dream and pushing and grinding. Love talking fishing. We get a little fishing trip Sunday, get to fish for some tarpon.
There you go.
Going to take the boys to try and catch peacock bass and clown knives. They've never caught that. So
down to Lake Ida down there in South Florida.
Yep. So it's a chance to play and work, and this is where we usually get our biggest deals of the year. So yeah, it doesn't get better than ICast.
Well, I always appreciate being with you in the booth. I appreciate you last night, especially having all those individuals in the industry hanging out, just having a really good time. Fire dancer, that guy
the fire performer.
That guy was amazing.
In the rain.
In the rain.
That was epic.
Still going at it in the down. It was a downpour too.
And the flames were blazing.
Yeah, it was great. So I appreciate everything you do in the industry. I also really appreciate the life-saving, the seatbelt cutter. I mean, that is something that I'm going to start pitching to my police officer friends and stuff like that. Like, here's a chance. Tell them where they can find your product, of course.
Okay, so all of our Linecutterz products are linecutterz.com. So it's just easy to find us. We're also on Amazon. Buy from our website, please. If you don't want to, go to Amazon. I know how it is. I buy on Amazon, but we make more if you buy from me. And then you can get most of our products on Amazon now in 12 countries. So we're in overseas now, Japan, UK, Italy, Spain, Germany, all that. And then our new seatbelt cutter, if everything goes right, we're tweaking the spring just a little bit. It's just not where I want it to be. We're hoping to roll it out Q4.
Okay.
So hopefully for the holidays.
Yeah,
it could be an epic stocking stuffer. But
especially for the military person or the veteran or the police officer,
dude, yeah,
firefighter, you have any family?
Anybody driving a car. Yeah.
That's a lot of people. There should be one in every car. I'm going to pitch it right now.
Dude, right here. Yeah, that's my man.
There you go. Again, thank you so much for coming, and I really appreciate you coming online. Everybody go over to linecutterz.com. Get your products right now. Hit them up. Tell them, hey, saw you on the show at ICast. Appreciate you. Everybody, again, thank you to Vance and his amazing product. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you again on the next episode. Have a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of your ICast with us.